Baekhyun, bestie, I have one question. Why are you still here? Didn't you boldly announce you'd leave the second things got too messy? You said one cry and you're out. Yet here we are watching you sob over your ex's introduction letter, make comfort curry for your ex, and obsess over every Yoosik interaction. So what's the deal? Because from the outside, you look like the reddest flag to ever red flag, resentful comments, emotional spiraling, the whole 9 yards. But then you go and do something so thoughtful and vulnerable that suddenly you're giving green flag king energy. The transit love fandom is completely divided. Stay until the end to analyze Baekhyun and his behavior, and also the tense relationship between Yoosik and Minkyung. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm Jenny, the dating show analyst from K-Rush. The curry incident? When green flags look like red flags. Let's start with the moment that has everyone in their feelings. Baekhyun making curry for Hyunji. Here's what actually happened. He remembered that she struggles adjusting to new environments, so without any fanfare or credit seeking, he quietly made her favorite comfort food. The panelists loved it, calling it thoughtful and selfless. And you know what? They're right. This is textbook acts of service love language, especially for someone with an INTJ personality. INTJs don't perform kindness for applause, they just do what needs to be done for people they care about. Some people are calling this manipulation, but let's be real. He didn't even admit that he cooked the curry. And until the very end, Hyunji still had no idea that he did that. Could it just be muscle memory from years of caring for that person? Baekhyun himself said he wanted to reconnect with his past self through that gesture, which actually shows self-awareness. He's not trying to win her back with grand gestures. He's trying to be the person he was before the relationship trauma changed him. The letter drama, emotional honesty, or hot mess? Now for the part that broke the internet, the letter situation. Baekhyun reads Hyunji's letter introducing him, completely breaks down crying in private, then later mentions he threw it away.
나 없는데 엑소 속에서. 어?
어디 두셨는데요?
나 버렸는데. 진짜로?
어떡해, 지금 여기 가족도 있는데. 내가 없었을 때 무슨 일들이 있었지? 뭘 하고 있었지?
The whiplash is real, and people are calling him inconsistent or emotionally immature. But here's another perspective. What if he's just being brutally honest about the messy, contradictory reality of heartbreak? Think about it. How many people on reality TV pretend they're totally fine when they're clearly not? At least Baekhyun isn't putting on a front. He cried because the emotions hit him hard, and maybe he did discard the letter, or said he did, because he's genuinely trying to move forward, even if it's painful. Some viewers think he didn't actually throw it away, and just said that to protect himself, which honestly shows emotional intelligence. He's not going to sit there and make Hyunji feel guilty or responsible for his feelings. That's actually mature. Here's what's interesting though. This behavior is realistic for someone going through heartbreak. We've all been there. Saying one thing, feeling another, trying to protect ourselves, while also being vulnerable. The problem is, after 5 years since their breakup, should Baekhyun still be this all over the place? Some viewers are waving red flags saying he lacks emotional maturity. He reminded us of Season 2's Guman, who pretended to be unaffected but was clearly lying to everyone, including himself. Baekhyun is the opposite. He's openly showing he's struggling, and there's something refreshing about that. The Baekhyun and Yoosik situation, from brotherhood to tension. There's this hilarious running joke that Baekhyun and Yoosik should just date each other at this point, with people commenting they joined his man instead of exchange. The chemistry between them from Baekhyun's intense focus is apparently more compelling than half the actual romantic connections. And you know what? The fans might be onto something there. But here's where it gets spicy. From their once close friendship and brotherly bond, in the latest episode, Baekhyun's entire focus seems to be on Yoosik in a way that looks cautious, maybe even a bit jealous. Multiple people notice this. He's not pursuing new connections. He's just intensely watching what Yoosik does, especially with Hyunji. The energy is less, I'm here to find love, and more, I'm here to make sure my ex doesn't fall for someone else. Which, let's be honest, is peak petty behavior but also incredibly human. From what we know of Baekhyun's side, He was the one who actively pursued an older woman, loved passionately, wrote her letters every single day during his military service, and often called her his most unforgettable love. So his tears over the letter and the curry moment reflect that he probably still has deep feelings for Hyunji, maybe even after 5 years of longing. Anyone who's ever had a breakup that lingers will understand that. The Minkyung and Yoosik chaos, everyone's struggling. Quick detour to the other major storyline. Minkyung and Yoosik are serving us pure messy energy. And honestly, it makes Baekhyun look pretty emotionally stable by comparison. Minkyung is upset that Yoosik is suddenly energetic and attentive to other women when he used to prioritize sleep during their 7-year relationship.
그 시간까지 술 마실 거예요?
이렇게 해서 안 마시고 그냥 일어나는 거야.
이거 듣는 거좀 신경 쓰여서거든?
But here's the thing. Yoosik was working during their relationship and is now on a TV show with no job responsibilities. Of course, his energy is different. Meanwhile, Yoosik is being called avoidant for not engaging with Minkyung's confrontations. But when someone comes at you aggressively, silence is sometimes the only way to avoid escalating things. They're both struggling to communicate after 7 years together, and it's the definition of the 7-year itch fallout. Some comments suggest they're like Season 3's Dahae and Dongjin and could reconcile if they just talked it out, which honestly might be true. But for now, they're proof that everyone on this show is navigating complicated feelings. The rest of the cast, who's actually making moves? Let's talk about the people who aren't getting enough screen time because of all the Baekhyun drama. First up, Jiyeon, who multiple comments are praising for her one-on-one charm even though she's barely on screen. People are rooting for her and Wonkyoo as a couple because they seem balanced and genuinely attractive together. Though viewers want Wonkyoo to be more proactive. Honestly, same. Wonkyoo has potential but needs to step up. Then there's Woo Jin, who people literally forgot was even on the cast because he has 0 screen time. One comment joked they almost forgot he existed, which is wild for a main cast member. The speculation is that his or Wonkyoo's ex must already be in the house, possibly Ji Hyun, based on the show's typical structure. If true, that's a whole storyline we're not seeing because the editors are too busy showing us Baekhyun crying. What do you think? Is Baekhyun a green or red flag? Do you root for his reunion with Hyunji, or want him to form a new connection? Who would you like to see him pursue if he does move on? And do you agree with how Minkyung is handling things? Or do you find it inappropriate for an ex? Drop your comments, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.